So in this video, I'll show you the ins and outs of the DJI Mini 2 charging hub, a really important watch out to ensure you use it in a way that doesn't wreck your batteries, and 2 bonus tips of how it can be used for something else. So don't go away. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where we review tech related to making YouTube videos and other gear tips and tricks videos just like this one. So if you're liking this content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. So you've taken the plunge and either bought one of the DJI Mini 2 combo packages that come with a 2-way charging hub, or you've bought the charging hub separately, or you're still thinking about it. Either way, it's a great piece of kit and this will make life just that little bit easier. However, there are 1 or 2 things that DJI don't tell you about the charging hub that are definitely worth knowing. So in this video, we'll get into the important stuff straight away, but make sure you stick around until the end and I'll share 2 more tips of what I think are the best features of this charging hub. So let's get into it. So the charging hub is great because it allows you to charge the batteries for your DJI Mini 2 drone much more easily. If you don't have one, you have to charge the batteries inside the drone itself. Now this has the potential to reduce the amount of time you have for flying your drone if it's tied up charging batteries. So it's much easier using the hub rather than using your drone as a charger, particularly if you have more than one battery. I'll leave links to both the charging hub and spare batteries in the description below. Now, if you're anything like me, you like to keep your batteries fully charged and ready to go. Generally, after flying the drone, I'll go home and fully charge all my batteries. I'll leave one in the drone so it's ready to go, and the other 2 I'll leave in the charging hub. Well, it turns out this is the worst thing that you can do. By doing this, you're risking shortening the life of your battery and causing it irreversible damage. So if you're watching this and your fully charged batteries are sitting in your drone or charging hub, pause the video now and go and remove them. Seriously, just go and do it, because if you wait until I finish telling you about all of this, you'll be sitting there all nervous and jumpy, so go. Go now. I'll wait. Great. Now, calm down, relax, let's get into it, and I can tell you what the panic is all about. Now, it really is worth knowing a little bit more about the batteries and how they work, because these batteries are nothing like the ones that you throw into your torch in the kitchen drawer. They're called intelligent flight batteries for a reason, and that's because they have a smart battery management system built into them. This allows the battery to manage its own charging and discharging behavior. It's controlled by a small processor called a protection board. Now the Mini 2 batteries are LiPo batteries, or lithium polymer, and it turns out, who knew, that they hate being stored when they're fully charged. Let's look at the section in the DJI Mini 2 user manual where it covers the specs of the intelligent flight battery, in particular point 2 where it talks about the auto discharging function. Wait, what auto discharging function?
What?
Exactly. Here's what it says. To prevent swelling, the battery automatically discharges to approximately 96% of the battery level when it's idle for 1 day, and automatically discharges to approximately 72% of the battery level when it is idle for 5 days. Okay, I can hear you going. That explains why sometimes my battery has lost its charge. So what? All right. The so what is that the battery does not auto-discharge when it's stored in the drone or stored in the charging hub.
Wow.
This has the potential of causing the battery to swell and become unusable, or even worse, dangerous. Now, as an aside, my work laptop battery swelled the other day. Admittedly, this process took weeks. I just thought I'd damage the laptop case by putting it in and out of my backpack and traveling with it for years. Someone who knows about these things spotted it and, well, they freaked out. To them, it was like I was holding a ticking time bomb. The friendly people on our work help desk had a similar reaction.
Okay, we're trapped. Everyone for himself. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Get out of my way. Okay.
But we're able to replace it with a new, less lethal battery. Anyway, turns out this is quite the revelation. I found a couple of videos online that I'll link in the description that talk about the problem. The channels that highlighted the issue are Ian in London and Live My Journey. One of them contacted DJI, and DJI come back to them to say, yes, it was a problem, and they were looking at whether they needed to update the user manual. So what can you do about this? Well, first of all, don't do what me and every other nerdy SWAT does after a drone flight and recharge the batteries, unless you're going for another flight. Now, I get it. It's a hard habit to break, but as hard as this may be for people like me with OCD tendencies, I mean, I get jumpy when my iPhone is below 70% charge, only charge your batteries before you're planning to fly your drone. So, for example, charge them the night before a trip where you're going to use your drone the next day. Now, if you can't break out of that habit just yet, then at least do not leave a fully charged battery in the drone. And if you do want to still use the charging hub as a kind of storage case for the batteries, then take them out and turn them around as suggested by the Live My Journey YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description below. But also make sure you stick around until the end of the video because I'll share an awesome tip on how to discharge your fully charged batteries using your charging hub without having to discharge the batteries by flying your drone. So stick around for that. And hey, just quickly, if you're getting value from this video so far, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos. Right, let's get back into it. Now, interestingly, and perhaps this is just a coincidence, but the main DJI dealer here in Auckland, New Zealand, sent out an email a couple of weeks ago talking about drone battery maintenance. And in that, they give a few tips along the same lines, such as if batteries aren't going to be used for 10 days or more, then discharge the battery until it's between 40 and 65% charged. They also say to charge and discharge batteries at least every 3 months to keep them healthy, and to always use an official DJI battery charger. They also added a link to a video that talks about DJI battery care. Now, it's a couple of years old and uses the DJI Phantom 4 drone as an example. It's quite amazing seeing such a big drone compared to the little ones we have these days. But it has some interesting information, so I'll pop a link to that in the description below as well. Now, I don't want to put you off the charging hub. It's a great device, and I've got a couple of quick tips to cover off to make sure you're getting the best use out of the device. First of all, and this is great news for owners of the original DJI Mavic Mini, and that is that you can use your Mavic Mini batteries in the Mini 2 drone, and you can use the Mini 2 charging hub to charge your Mavic Mini batteries. Now, a side note on that, if you do use your original Mavic Mini batteries in the Mini 2, the Mini 2 is no longer a sub 250 gram drone. The Mavic Mini battery is heavier than the Mini 2 version, coming in at about 100 grams, versus the Mini 2 battery at 86.2 grams, roughly. The next pro tip, and this is why they call it a two-way charging hub, is that it can be used as a power bank to charge other devices. If you have charged batteries in the hub, there's a handy USB Type A output plug that allows you to plug in things like your phone, for example, to charge them up. Now, there's another side benefit to that as well. Earlier I mentioned that you could use your charging hub to discharge fully charged batteries without having to discharge them by way of flying your drone. And that is, use this feature of the hub. Use it to charge your phone for a few days, and that should bring the charge down over time. And if you're wondering how much you should discharge, I think a good level is between 50 and 60%. So, according to the user manual, that'll be when you get 2 full LEDs and the third one blinking. If you don't have a two-way charging hub but are keen to get one, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out. I'll also include links for the Mini 2 batteries and the Mavic Mini batteries if you're looking to pick up any spares. Now, while I'm on a roll with regard to tips and tricks, I've made a video explaining an alternative way to use the controller that comes with the DJI Mini 2 and DJI Air 2 and now the DJI Air 2S that'll guarantee you capture super smooth footage. So click on the link on screen now and I'll see you over there. Cheers guys.